What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, it's not too often that we get a top brass over at Marvel Studios, producer, executive, director, or otherwise, weighing in response to a rumor or report, or even doing so immediately. But that's exactly what happened last night, shortly after we covered an exclusive here at the channel, breaking from the Illuminati, reporting that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 had started casting for Adam Warlock. James Gunn took to Twitter and weighed in, not only debunked the story, but where this could have ended turned into a back and forth. And in my 3+ years of doing this here at the channel, I have never seen anything like this. We're going to cover the initial exclusive quickly to catch you guys up to date, talk about what James Gunn said in his Twitter, and of course cover both of the tweets back and forth between the editorial that ran this exclusive and James Gunn himself. This is crazy, guys. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 800,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions while all the shows are live, including this Friday. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. And if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So how this all started was late yesterday afternoon. The Illuminati.com posted an article under the headline, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Adam Warlock currently being cast for an upcoming blockbuster exclusive. They go on to report the Illuminati has learned that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is currently looking to cast the long-awaited cosmic hero Adam Warlock. James Gunn's highly anticipated Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is set to begin filming soon, and the long-awaited character from the cosmic side of Marvel will finally make his debut. They continue by reporting, quote, it has been long expected that Volume 3 will introduce one of James' favorite Marvel heroes. The Illuminati can exclusively reveal that Marvel is looking to cast a 30-year-old Caucasian male who is described as both a superhero type and a Zac Efron type as Adam Warlock. Well, as I said, it's not too often this happens, but James Gunn immediately responded via Twitter pretty much within the hour, and this is what he had to say about the report. There is no casting underway for Volume 3, and in what world would I only cast a Caucasian if the character has gold skin? And if I wanted a Zac Efron type, wouldn't I go to Zac Efron? Where do you get this nonsense? And then linked the Illuminati exclusive article. Now, you would think that would be the end of it, because there's probably no one more intimately acquainted with what's going on in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 than the guy who's writing and directing the film, James Gunn. Can we all be in agreement about that? Well, where you thought this story would have ended and they simply would have taken the article down or updated the story to say it's been debunked by the director themselves, they decided to dig in 3,000. They replied, we have seen James Gunn's response to our story about Adam Warlock's casting. We have no reason to believe he'd lie, but we also have no reason not to believe our source. It's 100% possible neither of us are lying. They then went on to tweet, we respect him as a filmmaker, and if he says this isn't accurate, we believe him, but our information can be corroborated. Well, James Gunn wasn't done either. 3 hours after that tweet, he tweeted back, at the Illuminati, your information can't be corroborated because not a single part of it is true. And you may not be lying, but if not, whoever your source is definitely is. Update your story. Well, then they went and updated the story, but they simply put that at this point, James Gunn says casting hasn't begun. Not that he denied the casting wasn't there at all, but as he clearly said in this last tweet, not a single part of your story is true. Now, I know coming off WandaVision, some are feeling very snake bit about the whole leaks thing that happens when it comes to Marvel movies, but I want to go ahead and remind you that some of these reports and leaks are 100% accurate, or else how would I have back in February of 2020 been reporting on Secret Invasion on Disney Plus a full almost 10 months before it was announced in December of last year? Or even though some of the WandaVision leaks, or a majority of them, turned out not to be true, we had full descriptions of episodes 3 through 7 with dialogue included that came from an anonymous 4chan and Reddit leaker named Suki who leaked them months in advance. Those videos are still up in my channel. We also had the entire leaked storyboard, again with dialogue, that showed what happened during the scene where Wanda at the end of episode 8 is in the final stages of her memory and sees Vision. at the sword base. Or who could forget the Spider-Verse trailer that Sony Latin America leaked, that Sony then had to go through and copyright strike from channels like mine, basically admitting that it was real. That's right, Los Tres Peter Parker. These leaks, these reports occasionally are 100% correct, and that's why the normal spoiler warning that we always issue at the channel, reminding you to take anything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt. That's how we say it. But on the flip side of that, when it does come from Marvel Studios, and James Gunn is as Marvel Studios as it gets, you have to give him reference, and it absolutely blows my mind at this point that they got into a pseudo-Twitter argument with the guy who wrote and directed the movie. Like, that's always going to be there. You guys Twitter beefed with James Gunn. That just, it makes me cry and laugh somehow at the same time. It's a very weird feeling. I think there's a lot that goes into the fandom for the MCU, but one of the things that drives the enthusiasm are these theories, and for as wrong as some of them end up being, occasionally you write a theory about how Captain America will wield Mjolnir and post it 6 months before Avengers Endgame goes live, or call the Hulk snapping, stuff like that, and when it hits, it's absolutely awesome. It's meant to inspire imagination. It's meant to be conversation, and is very much in the spirit of what old comic heads used to do. Collect the comics, collect the cards, talk about who's going to team up with who, what's going to happen next, what's coming in the next issue of the comics, and much like Disney Plus has started to be issued a week at a time, we had to wait in between comic issues to find what was coming next in the story. This is how fans do it. But if we're going to have these reports and these scoops, and we're not going to maintain a skeptic mind, we're going to buy into everything, well then that's going to sort of ruin the experience for you, as some of you have vocally said happened with the WandaVision leaks. Going forward into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm going to double down on my effort to remind you guys to take this as entertainment and take it for what it is. As a fan, I love reading all of this stuff, and I decided, instead of me just searching it, I started chronicling it for you guys, scouring the web, meeting industry insiders, talking to other YouTubers, and collecting it all in one place so that you can find it and you don't have to do the scouring yourself. Things are subject to change at all times, but when and if a director ever comes out and debunks something, we've taken several videos down here at the channel and always will continue to do so and update videos. Plus, in the past, when those leaked quote-unquote Venom pictures came out, we waited 2 weeks to find out that they weren't real, and when we finally did, we ran that story instead. I think there's a lot of fanfare that sort of blurs the line between trying to report what's accurate, but also remembering that a lot of this is for entertainment. And yeah, there's a huge difference between an editorial site or a publication like the Illuminati.com flubbing on a story this hard and getting called out by Marvel. They really should just take it down. I'm complete agreeance of that. And an anonymous 4chan plot leak that could easily be fan fiction that anybody could post. But when they're posted next to each other on sites like mine, I understand how the line can become blurred. Some people have a difficult time remembering that none of this is official. And so as I sort of charge you guys going forward into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you can still enjoy fan sites like mine, or maybe you can't. And if you know that about yourself, then this isn't the place for you. But there are plenty of people, myself included, who really enjoy this stuff. So much so, I've built a channel out of trying to become a mouthpiece for what I find the most interesting every day. And if in the past this has snake bit you, I totally understand. Maybe that's why James Gunn himself is coming out and saying so. But there's never really this intentional need to mislead. There are some of us who find it genuinely interesting, whether it has merit or not. Debunking and becoming skeptical are just as fun. All it does is inspire conversation. This certainly has become the most crazy thing I have covered since I've been doing this for 3 years. I've never seen anything like it. If the Illuminati keeps that article up, I commend them. I commend them on their courage. But man, I got to be honest with you guys. I can't see how you don't just yield to the director himself. But maybe you guys have a different view. I mean, hey, it's protected by the Constitution, the press, you know, as long as it's not slander or defamation, right? That can get, libel can get taken down, but you can leave whatever up. I mean, you can report it. It's some crazy stuff. We are living in crazy times. It's crazy times. All the old comic heads are laughing. They're like, we've been doing this since the 60s. Yeah, we really have. Well, I mean, not me personally. I'm not old enough to have seen the 60s, but yeah, you know, who knows? Guys, I am going to read probably like every comment on this video, so go ham, because I can't wait to see what y'all think about this. This one's defo weird. All right, well, that being said, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 800,000 subscribers, which we are headlong into and should hit literally by the end of this week or next. We're also giving away Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live. We'll do it this week as well, because hey, why not? All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. The best way to keep up with the content is, of course, to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on. And as always, if you enjoy the content here at the channel, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. And you can find me on Spotify or any other musical platform, you know, Google Play or a jukebox. No, you probably can't find me on the jukebox, but you know, you can find me on your local FM. No, probably not on your local FM. Probably should just check YouTube and Spotify under the name All Fires. You can hear instrumental bangers like the one back here and the one that's at my channel, and occasionally I sing on them. So yeah, if you're interested in that, go check it out. I really appreciate each and every one of you at the channel. I don't get a chance to say it very often. If you're still listening in the 11-minute mark of this video, you're the people who I want to have hear it. I appreciate every single person who interacts with me here at the channel daily, and really don't know what my life would be without you guys. It's pretty awesome, and I look forward to sharing the future of the MCU with you as we grow and into an era where James Gunn is going to start reacting daily to fan scoops. Pretty exciting times. All right, guys. Take care of each other. Later.